headlines of this bulletin. The press conference with press offices in the first quarter of 2023. The third Festival of Ethnic Cultures at the floating market stage of Cần Thơ University of Medicine and Pharmacy. Hello and very warm welcome to another edition of Cần Thơ News and Top News today. On April 14th afternoon, State and Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Dương Hiển presided over a press conference in the first quarter of 2023. Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Council Thành came for attendance.
The city's Planning and Investment Department briefed the socio-economic situations in Cần Thơ City in the first quarter. 40 questions were posed at the briefing, revolving around the area of construction, real estate, transportation, medicine, labor invalids, and social affairs, the implementation of Politburo Resolution No. 59, National Resolution No. 45, investigation into the business of F-88 in Cần Thơ City. From these questions, competent sectors gave detailed answers to some issues and solutions to clear problems, such as stepping up solving 134 Seplan residential zones, accelerating the progress of Cần Thơ Oncology Hospital, equipping medical material, speeding up clearing sites for Cần Thơ Cà Mau Expressway and other expressways that run through Cần Thơ City, opening more investigations into involvements in social network black practice. Standing Vice Chairman Dương Hiển directed departments and localities to give further answers in papers posted by press unit. The city leader also gave clearer information on some issues concerned by press units.
On April 14th morning, Ninh Urban District Women's Union, FWD Company, and EA Group jointly organized the program called Giving Wings to Your Dreams, which introduces and offers vocational training consultation in the Federal Republic of Germany to children of cadres and members of the District Women's Union. Attendees were introduced to vocational training courses in the Federal Republic of Germany and heard solutions to realize their children's dreams of studying and living abroad. Within the program, FWD Vietnam Company and EI Group symbolically handed the support of 12 million Vietnam dong for each of 500 trainees to follow the German language training course to leaders of Cần Thơ City Women's Union. Presented one áo dài wardrobe to members of Ninh Urban District Women's Union in an effort to take care of the material and spiritual life of needy members. The third Festival of Ethnic Cultures took place on April 14th at the floating market stage of Cần Thơ University of Medicine and Pharmacy. The event is one of meaningful activities to celebrate the traditional Chontanam May Festival and the Tamil New Year Festival in southern India.
The Festival of Ethnic Culture is an annual event held on the occasion of the traditional death of Khmer people by the Youth Union and Students Association of the University. Experts from India and Cambodia, ethnic minority students and students of the university as a whole perform music routines and national costumes. There are 60 students from India and 10 from Cambodia following their training at Cần Thơ University for Medicine and Pharmacy. The festival is exchanged for students to get understand the Vietnamese and international cultures.
On April 14th afternoon, the local organizing board for the 35th National Cycling Tournament for Ho Chi Minh City Television Cup convened a meeting to take over the preparation task for receiving racers to Cần Thơ City. Explained, the 21st leg of the tournament, taking place in Cần Thơ City from April 24 to 27th, will depart at 8:30 a.m. at Sông Hậu Park through Trần Phú Lê Lợi Sông Hậu route and finish at Sông Hậu Park. This leg consists of 15 circuits at a combined length of 48 kilometers, 3.2 kilometers each. As of now, the organizing board has finished preparations for the event, specifically accommodation, assurance of order security and traffic safety during the racing period in Cần Thơ City. From upcoming April 25th, the charter flight between Cần Thơ and Vân Đồn of Quảng Ninh Province will officially go into operation to solve the traveling demand, which also contributes to boosting trade, economic and tourism growth between the two localities and two economic hubs as well.
This charter flight lasts 2 hours 20 minutes with 3 return flights a week. The flight departs in Cần Thơ City at 6 a.m. and lands at Vân Đồn Airport at 8:20 a.m. and departs at 8:55 a.m. at Vân Đồn Airport and lands at 11:10 in Cần Thơ City on the reverse trip. From now on, visitors can easily begin their journey of discovering Cái Răng floating market in western Vietnam or Hạ Long Bay of Quảng Ninh province in the services of Vietjet.
With the speed of urbanization in big cities like Cần Thơ today, the construction density is increasing not only ordinary residential buildings and urban areas, but also high-rise buildings, resorts, and other business points. Therefore, choosing sustainable designs is what residents and investors aim for. In particular, there is an investment in building green architecture with a combination of indigenous elements and green technology.
Along with the layout of the spaces to meet the needs of customers, anyone who enters this coffee shop has a common feeling of the freshness of the space, which is surrounded by dozens of green trees, from ornamental foliage to typical Western fruit trees that can create shade, such as plum mangoes, malabo trees, and so on. Especially the investor also takes advantage of circular factors for water and energy sources for the operation of the shop.
The most important thing I designed for this shop is to solve the issue of creating as many green areas as possible. I also use a rooftop solar power system. The first is to provide electricity. The second is to cool the living space below.
The combination of traditional architecture, preserving identity, and conforming to the natural conditions of the region can be found not only in urban areas and houses, but also in many resorts in Cần Thơ City. The seminar Sustainable Architecture in Vietnam, Indigenous Experiences and Green Technology, organized by the Journal Architecture, Vietnam Architects Association and the Cần Thơ City Architects Association on April 1st, 2023, has recorded many opinions discussing, sharing experiences, and contributing to the creation of a safe, sustainable, friendly, and humane living space for people. According to experts, looking back in time, Vietnamese traditional architecture, particularly rural architecture in villages and communes, is inherently very sustainable and associated with nature.
Indigenous architecture has been passed down through many generations, often modified and perfected, and thus has been used for many generations. And it is indigenous architecture that has always demonstrated its relevance in modern life. It is very desirable that in the near future, Cần Thơ architecture, with the help of the Cần Thơ Architects Association, will contribute to the creation of a Cần Thơ city with an identified and sustainability appropriate for the times.
According to experts, as technology develops and people's living conditions increase, green technologies are also incorporated into construction in an effort to improve the quality of life. At the same time, it requires experts and technology experts to make continuous efforts and do more to be able to maintain, continue, and strengthen traditional identities in a new context.
I do believe that we can contribute to the two things. First one is the energy consumption. The second one is the clean air. So we can provide the clean air through that technology. Those two are contributing the Kanto's people, I believe.
The use of traditional architectural solutions while preserving identity and incorporating green technology appropriate to the natural conditions of each area is critical, since then contributed to creating a safe, sustainable, and friendly living space and further promoting the socio-economic development of the city.
The updated weather forecast also wrapped up this edition of Continues. If you want to watch again in this bulletin, please visit our website, KenTV.vn. And now thanks for being with us. Goodbye and see you next time.